Okay, hello everyone and welcome to C1. Sorry for being a little late into the qualifying session here, but at least we will get the full race. 12 drivers are racing tonight, by the looks of it, and 2 have already met their demise. That's Maggot and Tesla. One of our drivers has unfortunately also left the session. We seem to, seem to have fully just yellow flags there, but that has now disappeared. So now I can see that we've actually got over 10 minutes left of qualifying. So, let's see where this heads. I guess one of the things you guys will want me to do is my usual. I'll keep us on Andre Ivan, who right at this moment, most drivers not setting a lap time yet, a valid one anyway, is sitting in second place on soft tyres right now. Yep, that's the best time. Let's see the tyres that they're on. We can see that Andre is on good soft tyres, actually, probably slightly used. So we got to look at the Drivers' Championship. Yai leading by 200, not by 200 points. He's got 235 points to Prince Killer's 165 points. So that's a 70-point gap at the top, and we're on round 10. Not long to go for that gap to be caught, and not far behind the very well dominated Red Bull in C1, with Jordan Mason sitting in third place in the championship, only 9 points behind Prince. Williams drivers not doing too well, quite equal to each other, but Nadim and the McLaren just ahead of them. A nice midfield scrap happening here. Christian, Andre, Ivan, Keza all around as well, just to try, and that really was a very big voice crack there, I'm sure you've all heard. But yes, good midfield scrap for points for the drivers that are here. And we're on board with the championship leader and very likely to be champion, that being Yai. I'm going to switch over to the YouTube channel, and I repeat the apologies for being a little late in starting tonight. Think C1 was also, they were also late getting off, so we didn't miss too much, but we do not know exactly what's happened with Maggot and Tesla. 8 minutes to go, Yari's on pole by quite some margin, and is pushing yet again to try and get more time out of this circuit. And what he's done though is spun it on the curb into the gravel. No damage though, so that's very lucky for him. Toko's rejoined, so hopefully he'll be all fine. Obviously the yellows for Yari, who is at that spin. Very uncharacteristic, but the pressure may be getting on. He knows that he can. I'm actually thinking he knows he can maybe even seal the championship, I think, tonight. I'm going to have a little look on that one, because tonight is Imola. Next week is Imola. Tonight is Belgium. There's actually 4 races, so no, sorry, can't seal the championship tonight. 4 races still to go, but he can really push to get very, very close to that line. When we get to the the end of this race, it'll essentially be the, let's have a look, 4, so you'll need a 168 point gap which I don't think is possible this time around, but he can definitely seal it at Imola next week. So yeah, sorry about that. That's me got my arithmetic out the way, which hopefully will please everyone because of how bad it was. So invisible into the pits. Lansley, sorry, who is really new, but really been new to the championship, but really building up points very quickly, having good races. I wanted to cover a little bit there. I don't know if this was actually a fast lap. Jordan Mason out, expect him to be doing well. Teammate is too fast for you, who invalidated, unfortunately. Andre Ivan also starting a new lap. He was in second, he's not anymore, as other drivers really picked up the pace, invisible as we've seen. And of course Lansley in the Ferrari, who's passed. Let's have a look. Can Andre Ivan fight back? It's a 1:43.8 that he's got right now. And well, yeah, it's a little bit surprising actually to see the times, not only two drivers so far under the 1:43s, yeah, that is weird. I think C1 had one driver under the 1:43s, but well, for one, I qualified this as a source right now to show this. I qualified in P6, I believe, if I remember correctly, last night in C2. And that was with a time with a 1:43.1, I'm sure, or 1:43.2, which looks like, at the moment anyway, would place me in third place. So that is strange as we watch Andre Ivan coming through the final sector. This is probably going to be his last shot. He's not took the greatest angle into the penultimate corner. Now get to the bus stop chicane. Turning in, getting wobbly on the curb, very difficult to deal with, and that will have slowed it down. It's only a 10th improvement, but that wobble on the curb certainly not helping. Too Fast For You has pitted. Let's go and watch Jordan Mason. He's actually coming to the end of the lap as well. Will he have the same issues on the curb? Look at that lovely new Red Bull livery. I wish they actually kept it in real life, to be honest. I really do like that livery. DRS to the line, and it's a 1:43.6. Now it does make me think, have we got wet setups on these cars, because they are slow in comparison to C2 for the most part. Togo, hopefully I won't have any more issues, and in his he's joined very recently, with the season, and let's see how he can actually do in this race. P9 right now, he's not actually set a time though. Jordan Mason is retired, he's happy with 4th place. I think there's also maybe an argument in this, is that you are guaranteed to be on the tyres that you start on, that you're in on, essentially, because of Maggot and Tesla already out. Unfortunately, I ain't able to tell anybody that has joined why they're out, because we did miss it. Now, there's a slow car up ahead who hopefully will get out of the way. Togo looks to be getting some of the slipstream, but then comes out of it to make sure there's no issues. It was Andre Ivan, and yeah, no issues there as Togo comes to the end of the lap. 33.8, let's see. Drive to the line, not the best exits unfortunately, but it's a good or decent lap, a 1:43.4 for Togo. Puts him in third place at the moment. The top two are out on their out laps. Who is Bacon on mediums? 12th and not set a lap time. The only ones, sorry, and so is Prince. Also on mediums actually, but there you go, that's the point. You will start on the tyre, and if you think the mediums will be the better tyre to start on, then it's a good chance for Bacon and Prince Killer to send ourselves up. Sammy there getting 1:43. Oh god, Bacon going wide and not able to set a time. Hopefully he's got enough fuel to go for another lap. Sammy just set a faster lap, a 1:43.2, puts himself into third place. Yellow flags as Invisible seems to have crashed out. Just up at the end of the Camel Straits, probably. We'll stay on board and see where the heck he is. Yeah, I think he's got onto the curb, and it spat him out. It's a dangerous thing for this circuit is the curves. Togo very slow, so hopefully nobody will be in his way. Bacon did keep going, but we've got Prince, who is the challenger for the championship, 70 points behind though, so he really needs to have a good race and hope that Yari doesn't finish. That is as simple as that. Yari just has to get good results and finish the races, and he is champion. Prince needs the exact opposite. He needs good results for himself and needs Yari to have a horrible end to the season. Kinda like Prince's start to the season, but probably wouldn't to be worse. So here we go. I think Prince is one of the last out there. I do think Yari is out there. Bacon is out there too. He had a good run through the middle sector so far. Let's hope he doesn't get caught on the curves like I did earlier in the session. He doesn't, and it's absolutely sending it through the circuit, and it's absolutely blistering. Yari, talking about blistering, setting a 1:41.8. What a time. That is absolutely fantastic. That is the times I was doing in time trials before they made the cars slower. So absolutely fantastic by the Red Bull driver. And coming across the line, the championship rival will set a time on mediums. It's a 1:43.6, only 8th. And oh, too fast for you. The tyres on the track. No one's actually. I don't think it. I mean, shouldn't, but no one was setting a lap time at that point, so no one would ever be affected. But the last to set a time was Prince, but it will only be 8th. Clearly, he had enough speed to definitely get into that top 3 at least. So only 2 in the 1:42s. In fact, there's only 1 in the 1:42s because Yari put himself in the 1:41s. And it's a 7/10 lead over Invisible on a 1:42.6. And then it's 1:43s for the rest. Sammy in 3rd, Togo 4th, Landley in 5th, Jordan Mason 6th, Andre Ivan 7th. Prince starts in 8th, and then Too Fast For You in the 1:44s in 9th, and Bacon on the mediums 1:44.8 in 10th. And Maggot and Tesla didn't set a time as they crashed out early in qualifying. But that's much slower times than I expected, I must say. Oh no, oh, one of the Ferraris loses connection. It's Lansley. Now, should be that shouldn't affect the. Someone's pressed it again. Right, so that hopefully won't affect the start. There's the new new thing on the game where it will start. There will be a countdown, and it will definitely start in that minute, or at least that's how it's meant to happen. Someone's automatically pressed to start the race rather than wait and let people set up, put the setups, not setups because I've already done that, but change fuel strategies, tyre strategies, whatever. So again, everybody in a rush to do that. It's actually really annoying. Luckily this is one of the tracks that it's a one-stop anyway, so there's not much to really play around with. But yeah, give people time. Whether or not you want the time, give other people the time to set up, because it's not really fair. But anyway, we've started the longest formation lap of the season, because we got the longest track, only 22 laps for this race. It is a soft, medium, soft race. The game will tell you if you're qualified on softs that it is actually a soft hard. That would be stupid, and it would be a soft medium is the best strategy, or medium soft, of course, provided there's no safety cars and provided there's no damage, of course. But this is C1, so hopefully we will not see any of those issues. People will be going for good overtakes, probably into turn 1 or at the end of the Camel Straight, the DRS zones, or even elsewhere. We could see it, but hopefully a clean start and a clean race is what we are in store for. As you can see, those that could pick their tyres, which are Maggot and Tesla, have elected to start on fresh mediums, and those in the top 10 have to start on the tyres they qualified on, which will be Prince and Bacon, who, if the beginning of the race is clean and we don't have safety cars, will be leading when the drivers on softs come into pit, probably about 4 or 5 laps before they do. And that's the strategy talk out the way. Look how much you can talk about strategy even on a one stop. Just waiting on some of the drivers at the back to line up. 12 drivers tonight, but should still be a good race. Spa always throws up a good race no matter what. But here we go. Already getting those wee issues. Bit 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. No lights, and launching off, and Yari gets a good start as per usual. Is that a Ferrari coming to the middle? No, it isn't. But what it is I think Sammy... Oh no, there's contact, and it's Jordan Mason off at the back. He manages, I think, to avoid damage. There's a touch there at the back between, I think, Tesla and Bacon. Let's see. Oh, that's a very wide run there by Bacon, and Tesla will probably take the position. We've got side-by-side action ahead of this as well. It's too fast for you. Lansley still hasn't been able to rejoin, or is either that or has been told not to rejoin. That could happen too. And he is being passed left, right and centre. Prince already up to 6th. Togo did get Sammy. It looked like Sammy got a good start, but then got pinched into turn 1. Lansley's rejoined the session. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in safely, as Maggot can't get through, and that allows Tesla and Bacon to slip through, and Lansley, I think, may now, not yet actually, not rejoined. Yeah, hopefully it will be soon, but they have Tesla making the move. It's a yellow flag. Bacon is out. Oh, and Togo. Oh my goodness. What's happened to him? There we go. That is a really nasty crash. Whilst we were watching others, Maggot can just catch up with the safety car. Is there damage there? Bacon's left. I'm not sure what happened to him. We were there or thereabouts to see, but we didn't actually see it. And Togo's, by the looks of it, is taking far too... Oh right, Andre Ivan into the pits. So is Jordan Mason. And Tesla must have damage. We'll see actually. Nothing else to really watch behind the safety car. Who's changing their front wing? Ivan... No, this is just a change of tyres, a strategy change. Tesla Bad strategy change to hards. There's a wing change onto the hards. I'm not saying it's probably wrong to call it a bad strategy change because it does basically guarantee a one stop. They won't have to stop again, but they will be slow. They will be caught. End of story. So it's really a shame, and it's kind of destroyed Tesla and Maggot's race. Lansley is back in, I think. I can't quite tell because of how far behind they are. They're all the people that pitted, so I think... So that's how I can tell. Yeah, he's back in. Safety car though. I hope for a clean start. I'm not sure what happened to Bacon. He was racing with Tesla, and, Maggot and a few others. Togo's crashed out, I believe, on his own, but I could be wrong on that, and it looks like from where I've seen his car and the damage that he's hit. We'll actually see it the area soon, so we'll go on board with Yari just to show it, but he's on the entrance to the fast end to the track, which I absolutely love, but you can overcook it on at the beginning of it. So here, just came round, just completely overcooked it, got onto the curb here and smacked the wall. Yeah, that's what I think's happened. There may be another point of view because we didn't actually see it, and that's why I like to keep a wee eye, or a little eye, on the Discord to see if we can get any extra information. Let's have a wee look. See, one does have someone checking. No, it's just Lansley, obviously saying there was an issue with it, but nothing, unfortunately, from Bacon or Togo. Togo, who had an excellent qualifying, but seemed to have absolutely no luck. So it's the red safety car, and yeah, strategies have already changed. Few for wing changes, few choosing to change the strategies altogether. Thank you. Sorry about that. So yeah, some of the strategies have changed already, if not all. Two guys on hards, that's Maggot and Tesla. They started at the back anyway, and we're on mediums, so those hards will take them to the end. At least there's that. Andre Ivan and Jordan Mason, they moved on to mediums. That will be difficult haul to take to the end, but at least at the beginning they will be quicker than Tesla and Maggot, and those who haven't changed their strategy, I think, are in the best position. I think unless you had damage, it was too early to change that strategy for this race. The softs right now will still be quicker than the hards. The mediums, fresh mediums, and used that Prinz is on will also still be quicker than the hards and about the same as the mediums. What's going on? Now retake your position. Hopefully there's no problem. No, not. Oh gosh, here we go. Well, he shouldn't have slowed down so much. He would not have lost the positions there. So, anyway, Yari coming through to take the restart. Now, when will he launch? Is he actually... No, he's not gone yet. He's got a good gap, though. but he's not gone, and now he goes just before the bus stop chicane, and completely and utterly, where's Sammy gone? He's spun. That's what's happened with Sammy, and he's probably given himself some damage there. So Sammy, no luck. Too Fast For You has made an electric start to this race and is now fighting with Invisible, who was caught napping on the restart. And already Yari makes a 2-second gap, more than 2-second gap. Absolutely sleeping on the restart. It was clear that he had went, and Invisible still going slowly through the bus stop, and that just gave an absolute massive lead to a guy that doesn't even need a massive lead, let's be quite honest. So Sammy, oh, that was a bad run for Andre Ivan, and right down the inside on the hard tyres, by the way, is Tesla. Still think it's the wrong choice, but I think Tesla actually had to change tyres anyway because of a wing change was needed, so yeah, I don't think he had much choice. I suspect the softs will still be quicker, the mediums that Prinz is on will still be quicker than those hards, and yeah, I think a few bad places to be in, and yeah, Sammy's falling further and further off pace. Andre Ivan, I don't know how he got mugged through there, but he absolutely did. Jordan Mason and Lansley side by side through that section, and Lansley's in the wall and he is out of the race. And another safety car here at Spa. Tesla into the pits. Has he got damage from that? Andre Ivan into the pits. He's on mediums as well. Oh, dude. Phew. Side by side. Must have been the narrowest of touches. I don't even, maybe not. Maybe he just lost it as well. But yeah, onto mediums for Andre Ivan. Sammy obviously is in. And onto a set of mediums for Tesla. And this is a nice save really for Sammy. Be glad of it. Not sure if he actually got contact. He's on his soft, so this is someone that knows that he'll have to pit again. Those lap 5 now, there may have been a thought process of maybe now I should pit, because now fresh mediums will still be difficult, but pitting lap 8 was quite normal yesterday at C2, so would have thought something similar. We're not that far away, and we're going to have a safety car till about lap 7, maybe even lap 8, so they will be pitting soon, those on softs. The medium runners are now looking quite good. That's Prinz still and Jordan Mason, but particularly Tesla now looking quite good, and Andre Ivan, although it's still going to be difficult from this position for them to really hang on. But now they're on what I would now say be a better strategy. Sammy having to pit again, he'll go on to mediums. He'll go on to mediums a bit later on. Actually, there we go. Yari's realised that he's in the pits. Was it just too late for these guys to pit? Too fast for you. It wasn't fast enough. Oh, Invisible got a 5-second penalty. Prinz in the pits as well. Oh, that's nope. Nope. That's a nope from me. For Prinz. And he's got a double stack, so he might lose more positions that he would usually, although it's in the safety car. He puts the hards on, maggots on the hards too. I think Prinz could have stayed out really. Yeah, I think he would have been quick enough to stay out, but we'll see. There's another safety car come out and it'll throw it all up in the air again. And it's very difficult to know at this point what would be the right way to go. Some were definitely putting on hards at this point last night as well, and they still had decent pace. So we'll see if that continues. tonight. It looks like it'll stay dry as well. That's a bit of a bonus as well for the drivers anyway. A little bit of rain can sometimes throw a little bit of havoc in there. But what we do have is a 12-person race, a 12-driver race with 3 DNFs very early on, so hopefully that doesn't impact too much on the action that we might see. Although Sammy, I'm sure, is going to give it hell on his drive and try and make up many positions. Prin's not in the best position in terms of his tyres to do that, but we shall see. I don't think Yari's... I think Yari's made the right decision onto mediums. Prin's obviously didn't have that option unless he wanted to stop, which may prove that doing a qualifying lap on the mediums was completely the wrong decision, and it's going to come and bite Prin's big time. So Too Fast For You will take this restart on softs. Think he's made the wrong decision here, but it's Jordan Mason in second. Now we may see a bit of team play here between the Red Bulls. Not that I think it's actually necessary whatsoever. Yari's lead is comfortable and therefore no team orders is needed, but hey, we might see it anyway. Oh well, Gary's already got the slip on Invisible by the looks of it already, but then that goes back. What is Too Fast For You thinking? When's he going to go? Right on the... Yes, he's doing the same thing Yari did actually, and right up his gearbox is Jordan Mason in the other car. Oh my goodness, here we go. Yari already going up the inside into turn 1. Easy does it. Maggot loses the position and Tesla does the exact same to Invisible. Jordan Mason didn't manage to take the position at all and has to lift off. Ooh, at the top of Radion. Maggot's going to use ERS, but so is Yari. But the slipstream coming into play. Is he going to send it? He's a bit far behind. He's oh, who does send it? There we go, Tesla. What a move round the outside, only seeing it from Maggot's point of view, but that is absolutely fantastic overtake from miles back. I think I didn't see anybody near him. That was a good overtake. Invisible ahead of Prinz. Sammy hasn't managed to make up positions as of yet. This could get quite dangerous for some of the drivers. We've already seen a wheel-to-wheel battle through some of the quicker corners here, and it ended in pain for Landley. And oh, that's a big issue for a lot of drivers. It's Too Fast For You off, but still going. He's last though, and that's Yari not managing. Oh, Yari's slow. Yari's got damage. And there goes Prinz as Maggot and Invisible. I think Yari was involved possibly with whatever contact we've seen, possibly Jordan Mason as well. Actually, there was loads of contact there, so how many's coming in? Sammy sneaks his way through. Too Fast For You and a bit of bother as well. Tesla, yep, there we go, and Tesla into the pits too. Invisible on Maggot, there we go. A lot of contact, not the clean race that we were really wanting to see by the looks of it, but we will continue. That's 3 drivers, very lucky there. 1 incident at the front and no one able to react, or at least very few drivers able to react to what was going on, and that includes our championship leader Yari, and it's Jordan Mason that leads, and it's Invisible taking the place from Maggot into at the end of the Camel Straight. Now it's hard for Yari. I thought he would have had another set of mediums, to be honest. Maggot's holding up the field maybe, I'm not sure. But actually Invisible's not really pulling away. Prinz is making the hards really work for him. It's been an absolutely hectic start, so it was around here. Someone's either spun a curb or had contact, and I don't think it was. And a lot of the drivers just got caught out and not able to avoid moving obstacles in their way. Now, Sammy should be quicker, but the issue he's going to have with Andre Ivan is that he's getting slipstream from Prinz and he has to lift off, or else he would have been in the same wall as Landely. He's looking at sending that, but it's not going to be anywhere near close enough. DRS at last, the first lap. DRS is enabled this race. It's lap 9. And Andre Ivan still on the backside and Invisible. So I now got kind of a DRS train, just being broke actually by Invisible to Maggot, which should really help Prinz now. He needs to get a good exit, no need to lift, and he didn't. ERS, once he gets into radio on DRS now, all the ERS being used by Maggot. He's going to get side by side, he's going to go past. He's actually got ahead before the braking zone, and Maggot is taken. And yeah, so there you go, Andre Ivan. We just seen him get his third penalty there. We're running a little bit wide at the top of the hill. Sammy just not able to make the impression that he wants to. Invisible, sorry, I have missed a pass for the lead. Sorry about that. But Jordan Mason is overtaken by Invisible, who's on fresher mediums and may be able to go at the end, but not with that 5-second penalty that he got by speeding in the pit lane when he came in for those tyres. Sorry I missed that, that's me being a little stupid, but here we go. Maggot closing on Prinz, just seems to have that better top end speed at the moment, but I think they're both possibly closing on Jordan Mason. Invisible with a 1:45.3 puts in the fastest lap and is now 1.7 seconds ahead of Jordan Mason as Yari. Oh no. Oh. Well, this battle right at the back. Let's have a look and see if Tesla can make that move on Too Fast For You. It's going to be a late one if he does it. He tries around the outside. Or let a wee look anyway. There was never a gap. DRS, but Maggot on Prinz round the outside. Let's hope there's no contact there. It's not, and Maggot takes the position back from the Aston Martin driver, who's clearly just got a warning. I'm interested in seeing who can be who can do well out of these. Tesla having a bit of a moment, but so does Too Fast For You. DRS for the Haas driver as he marches easily past the Ferrari. Back up here with Andre Ivan, who's got a 3-second time penalty. Too Fast For You also now with a 3-second time penalty, just after being overtaken by Tesla. Yari actually does seem to have some decent speed still, even on the hards, closing the gap. He's about 2 seconds behind, and yeah, Sammy doesn't have the pace whatsoever. He's starting to really fall off, even on the softs. Oh, right, okay, I think Andre Ivan's gonna look for this. No, he doesn't. He backs out. Possibly a sensible decision, especially Maggot going deep into the bus stop. And Prinz right on his rear, but let's see, not anymore. This is a good little battle here for third place. Jordan Mason just a little bit ahead of it, and Invisible leading the race. But on time penalties, Jordan Mason still has it won, and Invisible will lose quite a few positions if it ended right now, which at the moment it is not ending, so that won't be a problem. Maggot's going to be mobbed down the straight. There'll be a late move from Ivan. I think Maggot still tried to hold that round the outside, but just realised very late It's a bad move on the. I can see why Andre Ivan tried to make that move actually, but Maggot kind of just losing it on entrance and then lost it on the exit as well. But Andre Ivan held up a little bit in that, and it kind of releases Prince to go after Jordan Mason, and he's already caught about 6/10 to Jordan Mason in the first half of the lap. Jordan Mason will be hoping to make a gap. He's saving ERS though. He's got 100%, so that will not be a big problem, we don't think. Maggot will be looking to recover from his mistake, and Andre Ivan will be looking to continue to capitalise on the mistake that Maggot has made. And he's actually closing back in. Prince takes the lead. No, sorry. Well, yeah, but Prince takes Jordan Mason, because Jordan Mason is pitted from the mediums onto a fresh set of mediums. So Jordan Mason going for a 2-stop and may end up behind his teammate. Right, so Maggot, this is now for 3rd place as Prince is in 2nd. This is actually really good for Prince. He's in 2nd place. Hopefully his teammate realises there's a big difference here. Prince is chasing the championship. If he can pull away from Andre Ivan, he'll be hoping that his teammate makes it a little bit easy on him. Just for that one, and maybe coast them through to give maximum points and drag this championship back into contention. But that is not what's happening right now. Invisible's got a 4.5 second lead. Of course, Prince doesn't have any penalties, so if they leave the gap stays this, Prince will take 1st place without that. But we watch Maggot, and sorry, people might not like the idea of team orders. I don't particularly like it either, but in this instance, it makes sense. Invisible is not in the Prince is, and needs many points to close it back in. And to be fair, the same goes for Jordan Mason and Yari, and at this point, because of how much Prince can close in, any points extra Yari can get from the position he's in would help. There we go. Sammy in the pits. So he was guaranteed to be having to 2-stop, and now he's going to be moving from his softs to mediums, which makes sense at this point. Jordan Mason up to 5th with that. There's too much of a gap, unfortunately, for any battling right now, as Prince is 8/10, 9/10 even now ahead of Andre Ivan. Maggot got really close, so this could be a juicy little battle. Really getting close now. Too fast for you, crashes at Radion. And still in the race, no front wing, but no need for a safety car, which would really have closed things up and made things maybe even a bit interesting, but we've already had to. I think 2's enough, really, isn't it? Too fast for you, the falls right down, and now there is no one between the 2 Red Bulls in 5th and 6th. Maggot, no. Closing in on Andre Ivan. This looks like it'll be our battle throughout the race. Maggot and Andre Ivan. Maggot will have to be taking these tyres very far to do anything, really. But he's now going to have DRS for the turn 1. He probably won't look to be making a move into turn 1. Andre Ivan's too far ahead, but what he wants to do is be close enough, set up the run up to Rouge through Radion and along the Camel Straight for a break into the chicane. which, let's see, actually Andre Ivan seems to get a better speed run. A little bit of a slide for Maggot, as we could see from the onboard, but look at the slipstream, the DRS getting side by side, getting ahead, and actually hitting Andre Ivan as he went past. He wasn't completely clear of him. I hope there's no damage there, but it's a little clumsy, unfortunately, at the end of that, but I still think it was fine. As long as Andre Ivan's not got damage from it, and of course Too Fast for You in the pits, then there's I don't think there's too much to worry about with that one. But it's a bit unfortunate that it's a slight contact, which was not Andre Ivan's fault. He was way out of the way. Let's see, is there enough pace in this Alfa Romeo? Doesn't seem to be losing too much to Maggot. So, oh, Maggot's just completely lost it. What an error! And that's a safety car, and it should be a safety car. Did he touch the curb? I did not see him touch the curb, but that was massive. Andre Ivan into third though. Invisible in the pits, handing Prinz the lead. No, Prinz. Andre Ivan's in the pit. They're all going to softs. Maggot's left the session. He had a nice battle with Andre Ivan, but unfortunately that has just came to an absolute end. Oh, look at Yai backing up as much as he possibly can, as long as he doesn't get in the way of anyone else, so he doesn't have to. Andre Ivan now, because of Prinz having to double stack, takes second place. Jordan Mason, well, this is another reason why they should have switched around, but they didn't. Yai's going to have to really wait. He's going to be passed by everyone. Well, not Too Fast for You, who is struggling even on the safety car lap. Yet he's behind Tesla. Everyone's on the same tyre, everyone's going to be in the same position. Oh, and another thing that Invisible's done with this is he's got rid of his 5-second penalty as well. So that won't play any factor. Andre Ivan's 3 seconds is still on him. Too Fast for You's 6 second is still on him. Let's see if he pits like everyone else. I think he'll have realised everyone else is pitted. Absolutely, he comes into the pits, which will probably keep the safety car out a little bit longer, but all those penalties do rack up. So, 8 remaining of the 12. Bacon and Togo out on lap 1, which caused a safety car, with a lot of issues. Lansley having a big off at the fast end of the track as well, on I think lap 3 or 4, which brought out a second safety car. Then we had an incident involving some of our top drivers, including Yai, and a few others, which didn't bring out the safety car but really changed things up, with having to pit for damage. And as we just seen there, Maggot in a great battle with Andre Ivan, but unfortunately after getting past, it looks to have completely lost it on acceleration, and ends up slamming into the wall at extremely high speeds, and the safety car is out again. And 8 remaining, and you know what, even with 12, and for the majority of the race 10 or 9 drivers, it's still been a decent race, although a little bit disappointing that we've had 3 safety cars. The first lap we actually got DRS was lap 9, but for the green flag racing that we have had, it has been a good race so far, with 6 laps to go, if my math is right on that one as well, and another lap behind the safety car. Tesla in the pits. Didn't notice that. don't know why he would have had to pit. He had pitted onto softs, which were fresh softs, and he came in again. Too fast for you. Probably count himself lucky that he's going to be able to catch up, but you can't count yourself lucky on is that he's been absolutely terrible compared to others in the race with the penalties and the corner cutting. He's got 6 seconds of penalties, all due to corner cutting or exceeding track limits. And Invisible, sorry, not Invisible, Andre Ivan with the other 3. Invisible had a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but he served that under the safety car. Obviously, that's a little silly in the game itself. You're not really meant to be able to serve those sorts of penalties behind the safety car. Doesn't let you serve drive-through during the safety car or in the lap where it comes in, but it absolutely allows you to serve 5-second time penalties, which is helpful for the drivers, and no one can say they haven't intentionally took advantage of that. They have. Well, we'll see. Let's safety car in this lap. Let's hope not. No, sorry, let's hope so. As we are going to be starting lap 17. There we go, safety car in this lap, and it will be led by Invisible this time. Yari still, some quicker than others. Yari still not in a good position. Down in 6th, now got Sammy between him and the Alpha Tari, between himself and his teammate because of a double stack. A double stack which also affected the 2 Aston Martins. Because the safety car is not as bad, but it's still put Andre Ivan between the Aston Martins, and it's put Sammy between the Red Bulls. Let's see, Invisible already off, but this time he will not be caught napping. He's been the one that's been caught napping in every other safety car restart. This time he starts it himself and he gets off. Not a bother at all. And Prince already looking to get past Andre Ivan. Let's get on board and see just how close he can get. Will he be able to use the slipstream? ERS going through Radion. Now onto the back camel straight. Getting a good toe is Andre Ivan on Invisible as well, but it's going to be a late move, but it was well worth the effort, and it slingshots him through and past Andre Ivan, who leaves the space just about enough to get the job done. Very good racing between the 2 of them. I think Andre Ivan kind of knew that if he wasn't there, if he didn't get him there, he'd get him later on, and that was good and fair racing between both the drivers. Sammy, well, he's still keeping Yari behind, doing a good job on that, and you can't, let's see, they're all really close, and Yari makes the move stick. That's unorthodox. Sammy's been touched though by Tesla. I'm not sure who would be at fault for that one. Too fast for you, really fell off. But yeah, Tesla, there was contact there with Sammy, who was obviously out of shape because of the move by Yari, which was a good move. Look, here we go, Jordan Mason trying to cancel out what his teammate done by now getting past Andre Ivan. Not quite being there to do it. Oh no, he spun himself! He's got to be careful. He's got to wait. I think for the... No, Sammy's had to pit because of the contact with Tesla. So it's 7th place, but that actually, inadvertently I think, I'm pretty sure with that, helps Yari, because he gains a 3-4th place and is now on the back of Andre Ivan for 3rd, which places him 1 place behind Prince. So let's see, is it going to be the same move that Prince pulled off? Very close. Squeezed a little. There was... I think that was absolutely fair. Brave defensive drive from Andre. And... oh yeah, there we go. Set up the inside Tesla. What a move. It comes the inside for the next corner. And that's good little battle there at the top of the hill. And it's Yari and Tesla now battling. Tesla really quick, but just hasn't always had the luck or the edge. I don't like using luck. I think you make your own luck, to be quite honest. And yeah, so we'll see. Now Yari back after Andre Ivan. But he's got to watch out for Tesla. He knows that if... oh, there's Sammy with a 3-second time penalty. A little bit of anger, I'm sure, in there right now. But yes, if Yari's got to know, though, if Tesla sniffs a mistake there by Yari, he'll be up the inside anywhere. Or around the outside anywhere as well. And he's close enough to do something. Invisible, fastest lap, 144.3. Starting to get close to some of the qualifying times. DRS enabled, lap 19 of 22, just a few laps to go. And Andre Ivan under pressure, still defending the position even though he got a penalty, but that doesn't mean that Yari won't be getting a penalty either. That's why he's defending the position, of course, well within his right. Tesla's the man to really watch here, because this could become 3 wide, and I think it will become 3 wide. Just about. Andre Ivan should have known that Tesla was coming. Round the outside he's going to try, but yeah, Yari kind of just plants that in the middle of the track. Nowhere for Tesla to go. He's still after him. Prince starting to make up the gap. He's within DRS. We will go to that once this stops. No, Prince with a 3-second time penalty completely ruins the fact that he's catching his teammate. And actually, Yari, now that he's got ahead of Andre Ivan, now that Tesla, as we've seen, has got ahead of Andre Ivan on the Camel Straight, is now within 3 seconds of Prince and will, at this moment in time, finish ahead of him. With all the things that have went wrong this race for Yari, he is about to finish at least second in this race. But Tesla, let's just say, has something to say about that. Because he is not giving up, he's pulling away from Andre Ivan, and he is still within DRS. Yari, fastest lap of the race, a 144.3 now that he's out of the traffic, but it's still got Tesla really close, only 5 tenths behind. And yeah, not really closing as much now on the Aston Martins. Right, run up Eau Rouge through Radion, keeping it pegged to the floor. DRS and no ERS at this point. That's an interesting move. Prince gets really close to his teammate, and Invisible does let Prince through. I have no doubt that that was intentional. I don't think he intended to lose 2.5 seconds and end up on the grass. I'm absolutely sure that he intentionally let his teammate through. I don't think he meant to lose that amount of time though. So here we go. Invisible's job, hold up the Red Bull. Do not let him through, and this could make things really juicy for Tesla. That's another thing he'll be doing, backing up his team. If it wasn't intentional, I'm being maybe slightly unfair, but I think it was, and I think that, well, this is a teammate's job when they're not in the championship fight themselves, in my opinion, as much as we all hate it. But here we go. Yeah, I think Tesla's the right person to watch. Look at how low the ERS is for Invisible. He's actually out of ERS, and Yari's low too. Tesla still got something to play with. Yari gets a good run out that final corner, and maybe to cancel out the Invisible rush. There's a bit of movement there, and he keeps the position, and the Haas is in a great position. So is Yari. This could end up very similar to the last. Oh, they're very low on ERS. This is Tesla's chance to get both of these drivers. Yari already through basically. Oh gosh, here we go. 3 wide onto the grass. Gets a 3-second time penalty a little stupidly, but so does Yari. And Tesla's through into second place. Yari down into third. Invisible doesn't go off track now. It looked like he was. But Invisible, because He's actually avoided getting penalties. Will still at this moment in time finishing third, and he's pressured Jari, held him up a little bit, but also pressured him and made sure he got overtaken by Tesla into a 3-second time penalty. Let's have a little look. All the top three have the 3-second time penalty, and Invisible at the moment has the gap to probably win the race. Actually, we do that. No, he's just outside. Jari, no! No way, he's lost it. Too far behind, too fast for you. No, he does take the position as well, and so does... No, Jordan Mason absolutely had the chance to do that, but chose not to. But Jari has had a horrid race. We know we're all on softs except from Sammy, so we'll go to penalties as we enter the final lap. This got so interesting towards the end. And the pressure's got to the Red Bull. He will not be overtaken by his teammate. In fact, Jordan Mason, if he's going to play the team game, should back off and make sure he doesn't overtake Jari on the penalties. But I don't know if he's going to play that game. Jari's got a big lead in the championship, so maybe there's really no need to play that game. But he's going to lose quite a few points to Prince, who is going to win this race even with that penalty. Tesla, he's going to overtake him. Jordan Mason, no in any moods to play the team game. Absolutely not in any mood to play the team game, and sailed by his teammate. Invisible has played this race to perfection, helping out his teammate as well as making sure what I would say looks like it's going to be a second place. Jari at the moment 3 seconds. Let me just check the gap to Too Fast For You. Yeah, Too Fast For You will end up in 7th, so at least Jari will be 6th. He's going for it on his teammate though. And Tesla, oh hold on, Maggot, what's happened? No, sorry, not Maggot, it's Invisible. What's he done? He's threw away second place in the final lap. He had it in the bag and it's gone. That's going to help out Jari. That's going to help out Jari a bit. That's going to make him go into 5th. Invisible will be absolutely raging with himself for doing that. Prince has actually crossed the line and won the race. Tesla is in 2nd. That 20-second penalty is not a real one. Andre Ivan, yeah, Tesla's fine. So Jordan Mason will finish 4th as Tesla will finish 2nd. Andre Ivan will be 3rd. 4th for Jordan Mason. 5th for Jari. Too Fast For You will be 6th. Like I said, Tesla will be 2nd, and Sammy will take 6th. Sorry, and Invisible will be beside himself. He had rode this race to absolute perfection. Probably could have won the race, but yeah, I think gave it up for his teammate, which is all fine. But then lost it on the last lap and DNF'd, and he'll be absolutely gutted with that, and he'll get the points for 8th. But yeah, he'll be gutted. And so Prince a little bit, because that allowed an extra position and some extra points to go to Jari. But yeah, what a race we had, despite the low numbers and the very big amount of DNFs and the 3 safety car periods. But yeah, so Jari also gets the extra point for fastest lap and of course for pole, but any conventional strategies went out the window with all the safety cars and all the decisions that had to be made, and it was Prince that came out on top with that one, keeping it clean and consistent. Like I said, Tesla will actually finish in 2nd place because that 20-second penalty was, yeah, that can be removed as there was no 20-second penalty I just realised Andre Ivan will actually finish third, so his penalty wasn't enough to lose it to Jordan Mason and Yari. He'll be fourth and fifth, and Too Fast for You sixth. Sammy will be in that seventh place, and Invisible does get the eighth place, but should have been a P2. 45 minutes of mostly action, but also quite a few safety cars, but we can forgive for that. Like I said earlier, next week it is Imola, brand new to the game, but a really classic track. Some very high times and the lowest of the low times have happened at the Imola circuit in Italy. Used to be the San Marino Grand Prix it was called back in the day, but we will see you there, and we will see if these drivers have they managed to get to grips with a new circuit that hasn't been on any F1 game since I believe 2006, the Championship Edition game, first for the PS3, and we've got some people on PS5 now. So yeah, we'll see next week how these drivers will handle the new MR circuit, and I hope to see you then.